All right, the fog of business. This is an interesting idea. That you're blind to what's actually happening day to day in your business. Not only day to day, but week to week, month to month. The work of your business is not clear. It's not clear what's getting done. It's not clear what should be getting done. It's not clear who should be doing what. And this leaves you blind. This leaves you at risk. This leaves you struggling for what needs to change. What's been done well is a mystery. These are significant problems that come from what I discovered this morning, the fog of business. You're probably familiar with the fog of war. Like, there's the plan, and then there's the deployment of the troops out into the war field, into the battlefield. And then once the battle begins, it's pretty hard to see. I mean, hopefully with modern technology, they can tell where all the troops are, where the tanks are, where the planes are, where the bombs are, all that stuff. But in business, it's pretty difficult. Why? Well, the work of the business is not particularly visible. It may be getting done, but perhaps other things are getting done. You just don't know. Perhaps there's accountability and things are said, yep, I did that, but perhaps that's not there. Perhaps things that should be done on a repeatable basis are done on a repeatable basis, but unfortunately, most likely not. Why? Well, we're dealing with people. People are hard. People are challenging. People are, like they're struggling. Before 2020, before 2019, they were struggling. After 2020, 21, 22, well, it went off the charts. Like, people are the ones who seem to have it together, the ones that don't work anymore, they're the oldies. The elderly. They're like, oh yeah, we don't know really what happened, but it looks pretty nasty out there, pretty difficult. But the problem is not so much that people don't want to work. Some people want to work. I read an email today from Sovereign Man. If you're not on their list, head over to sovereignman.com and jump on their list. And he was like, you know what, if you can't find good people, perhaps your mindset is a little bit limited. He's like, perhaps you should consider the whole world as an opportunity. He spoke specifically to Venezuela. Venezuela, he put a job offer there, an abundance of highly qualified people applying for work. Have you considered Venezuela? I haven't. I've gone to Philippines. I've been super stoked with Philippines. Admittedly, that does come down to a very specific hiring process, which we documented as a system. Funny about that. But nonetheless, the overall problem, this fog of business, is a difficult one. Like, how are you going to cover that? How are you going to deal with this? Are you just going to continue to accept that you have to live in blindness, that you have to live hoping that things get done, or perhaps there is a way? Perhaps there's a way. In fact, there's not just one way. There are many ways that you could document what's getting done in work. But here's a couple of things. You want to make it easy. You want to make it intuitive. You want to make it like, oh yeah, okay, once I've had a small amount of training, I get it. And that it's easy enough for people to actually do it. I call this the magic board. It's the magic board. Why? Well, it's almost magical in its ability to show you the work. It makes work visible. It makes work accountable, and it makes work repeatable. These are three critical things that you want in your business. If you're interested in this, head over to systemio.dev. We have a awesome night. We're heading in for some rain. We're heading in for a little bit of this climate change by the looks of it. Perhaps a little thunderstorm. We'll see what happens. Hopefully fill up my tanks. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode as we continue this journey into the power of systems to create results. See you then.